Today I've been asked to discuss EnergySmarts with you, why the smart money lenders and smart homeowners are seeking EnergySmart teams. My name is Charla Reed, and I'm the founder and owner of the Accurate Reader Network and the EnergySmart Institute. I started my company in 1979 performing energy audits and energy consulting for homeowners in Colorado. By 1981, I was also giving energy efficiency presentation and trainings. By 1981, I was also giving energy efficiency presentations and training homeowners to build and install their own hot water solar systems. For the next 2.5 decades, my staff and I provided home energy auditing and energy rating services to homeowners for existing homes and to builders for new construction projects and those projects wishing to earn an Energy Star designation or obtain energy tax credits or qualify for energy and green programs or meet energy codes. In 2008, I became accredited to providing training and certification. In 2008, I became accredited to provide training and certification and quality assurance for other energy professionals and for home energy raters, for green raters in the Lead for Homes program, and for contractors working on home energy improvement projects. I perform training and quality oversight on a number of energy efficiency, health, safety, and building durability disciplines. We're at the EGM Connect conference, so I assume you're here because you're interested in energy topics, green products, and innovative, accessible methods for financing. From a green perspective, you may be interested in choosing a building site that provides for readily accessible transportation, doesn't shrink our pool of available farmland, and isn't located in a floodplain. You might want to be sure that the materials you use are sustainably harvested, locally produced, and non-toxic. You may be interested in alternative energy, wind and solar. We're all becoming more aware of the need for water conservation and water conserving products and methods such as rainwater catchment and rain gardens. Indoor air quality is vitally important, as we heard from Kevin Kennedy on Friday evening, and the materials we choose to have in our homes, as well as the site location and construction methods, are all a part of this. And energy efficiency is a topic of vital importance that hits us in our pocketbooks when we have to pay out high energy bills, hits us where we live when we're uncomfortable, cold or hot, and impacts our well-being in terms of our homes being quiet, comfortable, and pleasant to live in. When considering all these things, we're considering the world we live in as a system, and all the decisions we make and how they affect that system. When we focus on the energy efficiency of our home, we also bring those big picture thoughts and ideas into focus, thinking about your house as a system. In this presentation, I'm focusing on the energy efficiency piece, how it impacts you, and how you can do something about it, how you can make sure energy upgrades are done right, and how you can fund them. Basically, how you can be energy smart. Why is energy efficiency even important? Well, according to the latest information gathered by the U.S. Energy Information Administration, the residential sector is responsible for 23% of the energy consumption in the United States. There are over 130 million homes, and combined, they produce more than 20% of our nation's carbon dioxide emissions, making them a significant contributor to global climate change. It's been proven that energy reductions up to 40% of home energy use are very achievable. Not only does this help lower greenhouse gas emissions by up to 160 million metric tons annually, it also has the potential to reduce our home energy bills by $21 billion annually. Energy usage reductions pay for themselves. There are almost 133 million houses in the United States, and a large percentage of them need what we call deep energy retrofits. Only 2% of owner-occupied housing is new construction, and almost 60% of existing houses are old enough that they're likely to have some major energy issues. Why is that? Well, today there's building codes focused on ensuring energy efficiency in homes as a key component to building durability and healthy indoor air quality. However, homes built prior to the 1980s may not have built However, homes built prior to the 1980s may not have been built under any energy code. If you live up north, you may be in a state that started requiring insulation in exterior walls of the homes as early as 1970. However, energy codes were not common in the United States until the late 70s and the 80s. Some states, such as mine here in Missouri, are just beginning to adopt energy codes on a statewide level. It's common for homes built before the energy codes to have very little or no wall insulation. However, even if your home has insulation, you need to be knowledgeable about what type of insulation you have. In the early days of central heating systems, many ducts were wrapped in asbestos, which we now know is a carcinogen. Some early attic insulation is vermiculite, which may also contain asbestos. Siding, which might be removed to insulate those uninsulated walls, can also have lead. But before we jump into removing, replacing, or installing insulation, we need to consider the electrical systems in the house. It's very common to find knob and tube wiring. It's very common to find knob and tube wiring in homes that are built up until the 40s, and then wiring that has cloth insulation on it for 1950s homes, ungrounded outlets in the 60s, and no GFI or ground fault interrupt outlets, smoke detectors, or CO detectors until the 80s. Even homes that have been rewired have been found to only be partially rewired. You need to be very careful about insulating so you don't cause a fire hazard in your home. Houses built up through to the 1940s may have lead pipes, and homes built from the 50s through the 70s had steel water lines, which rust and corrode. Lead can also be found in paint in older homes. This means work that is performed that may disturb these components must be handled with care and consideration given to making sure that any renovations don't cover up or cause potentially major problems. Heating and cooling equipment has a limited lifespan, and older units can be very energy inefficient. Central air conditioning was not common until the 60s, and whole house ventilation, the V in HVAC, is just now becoming standard. And of course, we need to consider the water heater and insulating those water lines. It's common for water heaters to be orphaned when new heating and cooling equipment is installed. The old heating equipment's flue would commonly share a chimney or a chase with the water heater flue. Newer heating equipment uses PVC pipe for flues instead of metal, and the PVC goes out the sidewall, not up the chimney. This plus the age and configuration of the old flue pipe can lead to issues. This plus the age and configuration of the old flue pipe can lead to issues with backdrafting and make it very dangerous to seal and insulate your home without considering changes that may be required to make your water heater safe. Today we see many energy retrofits that include some type of solar being added to the home's roof. Roofs on homes built before the 1980s did not last that long. Maybe 15 years if you were lucky. Today's roofs last a minimum of 20 years, and they're hail resistant. Before you put a solar system on your roof, you'll want to consider the roof's age and condition. So you can see there's plenty of deep energy retrofit upgrades available for today's housing stock. Plus, there are plenty of opportunities to make homes healthier, safer, and more durable. So how do you know what to do? You've probably heard or been told to get an energy audit. True, an energy audit by a trained professional will get someone to your house who will go where you don't want to go, will perform tests using equipment that you don't own, will find opportunities for energy fixes as well as potentially health, safety, and building durability fixes, and provide you with a great report and lists of items that need to be taken care of. But is it really the energy audit that you want? I've spoken to homeowners years after we performed an energy audit for them and found out that the report did nothing but sit in a drawer. And what did I expect? The homeowner is not a general contractor. The homeowner does not know where to go or what to do with the information in the report. The homeowner actually has a day job. The truth is, there's not a single energy audit that has been done that has saved any energy at all. As a matter of fact, when the energy professional used a blower door or performed any combustion safety testing, your audit actually wasted some energy. It's only the improvements that are made as a result of the energy audit that save the energy. What you need to insist on is a packaged, comprehensive set of improvements that make sense for your home and will make financial sense for years to come, not just what matches currently available programs or rebate. Not just what matches currently available programs or rebates or incentives. You need a biddable scope of work and a bill of materials. Better yet, you need an energy improvement project manager who can take that scope of work, get bids from professional, reliable, trained, and insured contractors, hook you up with financing options, oversee the project, and ensure the entire list gets completed, and then retest everything when the job's done. Well, enter the ResNet EnergySmart Home Performance Team. Each EnergySmart Institute ResNet EnergySmart Home Performance Team includes members who are trained and certified in building science, energy efficiency, and combustion safety, as well as being trained and certified in their individual trade. EnergySmart team members include an EnergySmart Certified Energy Improvement Project Manager, an ACA, or Air Conditioning Contractors Association Quality Assured and State Licensed Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning Contractor, an ICAA, or Insulation Contractors Association of America Certified Air Sealing and Insulating Senior Technician, an EnergySmart Institute Trained and Certified Weatherization Contractor, and a ResNet, or Residential Energy Services Network Certified Home Energy Rater. The team works together to ensure that all the systems and substances in the home are considered, that the plan is thorough and accounts for health, safety, and building durability, as well as energy efficiency, and that the work is performed professionally, completed timely, and quality assured. We think of this team as giving the homeowner a general contractor and design build team for energy retrofits, much like you see in new construction. When you want to build a new house, you hire a general contractor, and he brings in the designers, the subcontractors, and the specialty trades. He schedules the inspections and makes sure that all the codes and requirements are met. The Energy Improvement Project Manager is the general contractor of the energy retrofit project. He's the homeowner's advocate, homeowner's representative, and the team leader. The energy auditor, or home energy rater, is the design consultant who surveys the home, tests, and inspects the house and its systems, and generates the comprehensive energy retrofit design. Contractors are the trade specialists, each focused on ensuring his part of the job is completed to the highest quality. Okay, so when you're considering a deep energy retrofit, you have to think about how it will be financed. Well, the good news is that lenders make their money by giving out loans. They want to loan money. It's what they do. It's how they make their money. However, lenders are risk averse. They don't want to make risky loans. Improvement loans follow a process. The work is planned and the bids are reviewed. The buyer is qualified and the loan gets approved. Then the money is held in an escrow account where it sits until the work is completed. The funds are then dispersed and the loan is closed. Well, this sounds simple enough. But the lender is going to need a bit more information to weigh their risk. Who's overseeing the project and performing the work? Well, most lenders will not loan on do-it-yourself projects. They would rather have you at your job earning the money you told them you earn in order to be able to pay the loan back. They expect licensed and insured contractors to perform the work they need. They expect licensed and insured contractors to perform the work, and they need the work completed on a timely basis. Most escrow accounts must close within 90 or 120 days. Most DIY projects run into snags that delay the work and put the project and the funding at risk. While lenders want to loan money, they also have a responsibility to make sure that the money will be paid back. They'll evaluate the project to determine if their investment is safe. Will the improvements be able to generate increased value so the money may be recovered in the worst case scenario where you can't pay your loan and they're left with the asset? When we start looking at value or cost effectiveness, appraisals come into play. However, appraisers need to have comparables, which means they need access to a similar project on a similar home that recently sold so they can evaluate the value of the improvements that you're planning. Much of the work in deep energy retrofits is behind the walls and above the ceiling and under the floors. So how's it possible for an appraiser to understand what another home has had, to understand whether another home has had the same improvements made? By law, appraisers must be conservative, and we're just now seeing the ability to add energy upgrade information into the multi-list service so added value can be determined. So what does this mean? Do you have to give up on getting a loan? Do you have to dip into your home equity line of credit? Do you have to put it on your credit cards? Well, those are certainly options, but there's a better way. There's a tool available to all Americans called the Energy Efficient Mortgage, or EEM. This loan is available for purchasing an energy efficient home, purchasing a home and then retrofitting it to make it energy efficient, or to make your existing home energy efficient. The EEM includes an EIM, the Energy Improvement Mortgage. These loans are secured by FHA, HUD, VA, Fannie Mae, and other governmental agencies, and recognize that if you're not spending money out of pocket to pay your heating and cooling bills, that money is available to make loan payments. Basically, the government understands that you have to make a payment every month to your utility providers to pay for the energy you use in your home. These costs are usually the largest monthly bill you have, second only to your mortgage payment. So, if you make your home more energy efficient, you aren't sending as large a payment to the utility company and could use those funds to pay a bit more toward your mortgage. So lending more money toward energy improvements doesn't cause the homeowner to have any additional out-of-pocket expense. The improvements pay for themselves. Now the great thing is that if planned and done right, a deep energy retrofit can lower the utility expenses to the point that even with the increased mortgage expense, there's more money left at the end of the month, and you get to put some of that in your pocket. Energy improvements may not only pay for themselves, but pay for your date night every month too. Or those granite countertops. Or that fishing boat. You get the idea. But what about the value of the energy improvements? How is that determined? Well, EEMs include a component that we've termed the energy equity that's realized for your home by making these energy improvements. An EEM requires that a home energy rating or HERS rating be completed An EEM requires that an energy rating or a HERS rating be completed on the home as is and as improved. A home energy rater provides a report to the lender that details the energy savings realized and the added value of the energy improvements to the home. The lender adds this value to the appraised value of the home, and that is the new home value. Instant energy equity recognized based on analysis and testing performed by a trained and certified energy professional. The appraiser doesn't have anything to do with it. Now you know how and why to be EnergySmart. The EnergySmart Home Performance Team provides complete solutions that evaluate your house as a system, including energy efficiency, health, safety, and building durability. The team manages risk, generates the required financial and asset valuation information, and provides professionalism that gives you peace of mind.